Yes, this is where I am right now, Dotonbori. You can see there's the Glico Man, the very famous pose that attracts millions of tourists to this location, Ebisubashi, Ebis Bridge here, one of the most famous spots in all of Osaka. It's very famous in particular with foreign tourists, and I'm seeing there's a lot of them here today. And I thought I would take you along with me on a little tour around here to see if this really is a tourist trap or not. How you doing, everybody? It is a really warm afternoon in Osaka. This is Golden Week, perfect weather, perfect temperature. It's I don't know, maybe about 25 degrees Celsius, maybe like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, very low humidity. This is the best time, May, well, it's the end of April, to visit Japan, in my opinion. I have to be honest with you, I'm here with my wife and my son and her father and family, and they have never been to Dotonbori, meaning they are Japanese, they live in Japan, of course. They've never seen that Glico Man right there. That's crazy. So we went out and we took a picture of it, a pose doing the Glico Man right here. It is the most touristy thing to do, even for Japanese, I have to admit it. But I'm walking around here, I'd say it's about 75% foreign tourists, which is interesting. Let's go take a look around. I definitely want to take some of your questions here, kind of answer a little bit about it. You're going to see a lot of these boat tours going by here, and these are kind of fun because the guides are usually like budding comedians here. Right? Let's see if I can pull this video up. A lot of the tour guides are comedians, and they'll be doing like dances and all sorts of funny things here, which is interesting. But they also, the one thing, there's Leo and his grandpa there, but they usually will sing songs, point out people. They'll do the thing where they pretend like they shoot a gun with their fingers, and then everybody plays dead. There's a lot of little Osaka things involved there, but I think the Dotonbori riverboats are probably worth taking if it's your first time to this area. But it's funny that Kanai has never been here before. She kind of freaked out when she saw the Dotonbori, the Glico Man. This is where we are. This is on the Dotonbori River. Again, Dotonbori, very famous internationally. I'd say in the last 10 years become a massive international tourist attraction as well. Lots of hotels in this area. Lots of street food as well, but the problem is that the prices and, well, the experience has shifted from being one that seems like it's very Japanese to one that's more catered to foreign tourists, and we're gonna figure this out. I think there's still a lot of charm here. That's Ebisubashi, where the citizens jump in after the Hanshin Tigers win the Japan series in baseball. It's famous for that. All right, let's go for a little walkabout and see how touristy this place really is. What's surprising is that in Golden Week, it's not as crowded as I thought it was going to be. I did expect there to be more people here. And it's also not as bright because when I'd say before the 2011 earthquake, this was all filled with neon lights, or it was really bright. And then after the 2011 earthquake, there was a need for power. They shut up all of these signages, lights were down, there was a Cool Biz came into thing where people turned up their air conditioners in the summer in 2011, and we lost the lights. And since then, it's been really, I don't know, it's not quite the same without the lights, you know? But there's still a lot of flashing all around here. Dotonbori is very much like Shibuya, I would compare it to in that sense. It's got a very, I don't know, like a mixed vibe of different kinds of buildings from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and this millennium. So it's very vibrant. And this is going to be a short live stream because I am with my family, but I definitely wanted to show you around here while I'm here. Take you to something that's a massive tourist attraction. You can see the amount of wheeled suitcases. It's the reality that we live in today. It's not something that's good or bad, it's just what it is. Lots of selfie sticks on this street here. So I'm gonna bring you in the center, and then we're gonna zoom past it all. That's the famous crab restaurant. And you can see in Osaka, they do things a little bit different. It's over the top. The signage, everything is just over the top here. And in that sense, this really is worth coming here to Dotonbori. I think you could even go to the other side. There's a sign that says Dotonbori. This sign, a lot of the international tourists miss it because it's away from Ebisubashi, but you can see here, that says Dotonbori and the very famous neon lights. It's much better after 6 p.m. You can get to Namba Station if you walk through here, which is cool. I guess there's the department store where the Namba Station is. Actually, that's really convenient to show you right there. So you come out of there and you walk about 5-10 minutes and you're here. If you get lost, it might be 12 minutes, which is kind of hard to do, but there's so many alleyways and shopping arcades and stuff going on here that it is hard to find Ebisubashi. All right, let's do a quick walk through. Fingers crossed on the signal. If we sort of lose out on it, hey, that's part of the experience too. But this Starbucks came into being about 15 years ago. And I don't know, it kind of changed the atmosphere from local to international when the Starbucks moved in here. Sega World moved out and Gigo moved in, and you can see from red to blue. And instead of video games, they have crane games, which are more addictive and they make more money off of. But what hasn't changed are these larger than life advertisements on the... So you have to look up. The first story, ground level, kind of boring, but if you look up, you really do see so much in color. There's the Meiji Karu snacks. I send those to our, there's a selfie, there's a camera where they're taking pictures of people saying hi. I've said that to my Daimyo supporters on Patreon every now and then. They have some wacky flavors there. Signs for the expo, of course, being promoted here. When they start putting the Kit Kats on the streets, you know that the international tourists are definitely a target now. But it's funny though, you were seeing a lot of the expo goodies here sold on the streets. Myaku Myaku brownies for $5 that looks interesting. But this area hasn't changed at all. The signs up there are timeless because that's the way Osaka was. They're masters at promoting, and they keep getting wilder and wilder and wilder until you got jumbo things just coming out of the store. There's a platter of gyoza dumplings, and then here we've got the sushi hand, which is also very famous, and then the big octopus for the takoyaki. And then we're coming up on the kui daore, which means eat until you explode clown. Here we have some street food. They're making takoyaki. You can see bustling out Osaka's specialty right there. But that's not the only place. There are dozens and dozens of them, including kushikatsu. You see this? Oh my goodness, this is so Osaka. It's these deep fried skewers, kushikatsu. You have beef, asparagus, shrimp, and you can see everything's in English, so it's definitely become a lot more, renkon, lotus root, it's become definitely a lot more internationalized, which is not a bad thing. Is this a tourist trap? Oh, hell yeah. This absolutely is a tourist trap, 1000%. But I don't know. It's just a street, and it's just really famous. And I think it's a tourist trap even for Japanese. Look at the kushikatsu popping out of the street there. That dude loves deep fried. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, look back here. That's the mega takoyaki. There's the Kuidaori clown. Mitsketa? He found it. Leo has, yes, I bought him Myaku Myaku. It was 4,000 yen or $30 for the Myaku Myaku, but how could you not? I give him the prices so that you know too. Boy, it's crowded. This is the famous Kuidaori clown. Ah, Ichigo! From my expertise in making only in Japan, Kuidaori means eat until you explode, or eat until you burst. I'm so excited to see this in person. Thanks for the stream, writes an EK. You're very welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Osaka is very different than Tokyo in the sense that it is, it's very, I don't know, Osaka seems like a local place. Tokyo seems very international, and Osaka's international too, but the thing is, like, this is a funny thing here. It's a story. I always ask the taxi drivers, because we came here by taxi, I said, you know, are you from Osaka? 9 times out of 10 in Tokyo, the taxi driver is not from Tokyo. He's from some other area like Akita or Wakayama, and they moved to Tokyo. In Osaka, most of the taxi drivers are from Osaka. And I thought that was interesting because Osakans were like, a lot of them were born and raised there. Of course, they're coming in from other areas, but it's a lot less international than Tokyo is in that sense. And I think with that also retains a little bit more of its regional charm. Tokyo's got some of that too, but Osaka is just different, you know? And the best way you can tell is if you talk with my friend Kevin Riley, who also does tours here, the king of Osaka. He'll tell me, he says, which one's better, Osaka or Tokyo? And he goes, Osaka. But he's very proud of it because he's not Japanese, but he's been here for well over half his life, as I have now too, and so he's very much an Osakan. And he's very proud of it as well. Here's the big sushi. Here's the big sushi jutting out of the storefront. You don't get more Osaka than this. But it's the music and the loudness of it all. It's just insane. It's really in your face. That's you know what? That's not Osaka. That's just like Dotonbori is like this. Kana, you want to see I think Horenji, the moss man? There's a otera with a man made of moss.
Oh.
He's like green.
I don't know him.
They want to know something.
You want to know?
Why did it? This is your first time in Dotonbori?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why, but I don't have any chance to visit here. I came here maybe I came Osaka like 3 times.
3 times. In your life?
Yeah, in my life.
Wow, so you're Tokyo-ite. Tokyo person, yeah. I think we gotta go down this alley and then you can see the Hoenji.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll stream for like 5 more minutes and then we'll end it. We have to check out of the hotel. I got a late checkout. So there you go. Tokyoites tend to stay in Tokyo and go to other places. They don't want to go to Osaka. Well, that's not entirely true, but Osakans don't honestly go to Tokyo so much. That's a gross generalization, but it stands true more than you think it might. There's another takoyaki place. It's just filled with street food. Again, like they go to 1 level and then they go like these crab displays go to 11. but it's gotten really touristy when they're selling knives on the street. Probably made in Seki, which is not so far away. I'm surprised that oh yeah, Wagyu skewers. We've gone into tourist trap when they have skewers of Wagyu on the street. That's tourist trap. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, you lose me. There's certain, when they have strawberry ichigo daifuku, strawberry daifuku, that's when it's game over. I featured this 3 times in shows, including one for a Denmark TV show when I came here. And they're making, you can see they're making takoyaki as well. They make a lot of them at this shop here. The steam, the smell from this shop is really good. There's no particular place that's better than another place. It's hard to say. Here, let me just pan by here. But they have a pretty wide menu, so you can get more than just takoyaki. You can get like jumbo mayonnaise. What is that? Oroshi, which is like a grated daikon radish with ponzu and mayonnaise. So there's lots of different ones. That's on the right side. On the left side, they have cheese sauce, which looks really good. Cheese sauce with some toppings. But you can see they make a ton of them here. And we're just getting in the lunchtime, so it's not too crowded yet. This is sort of the end of the street. You can keep on going, and Dotonbori extends, but typically the tourist attraction stuff ends right around here. And I think there was some debate on this dragon. They might have to get rid of it or something. I guess that's why he's crying. They got to get rid of it. There's some street ordinance or something. I can't remember the story, but you see the tear, probably his last breath here. I've had ramen here many, many, many times. It's really good. Get it from the vending machine. And they used to have tatami mats that you could sit upon, but I think for the international tourists, this seems to be a lot better. Stools. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, the last thing I want to show you is Osaka is considered Japan's kitchen. You will not go hungry here. You will find a lot of food in English, with English menus here to satisfy everyone's needs. The manhole covers are of Osaka Castle and cherry blossoms. Tokyo doesn't have a really interesting manhole cover, but Osaka does, and I think that's yeah, photo Luke Hawaii's here. Hey Luke, hey Austin, Cheryl. Yeah, you know, you can tell with the locality, the regionality of the manhole covers here. Tokyo doesn't have much of anything, but Osaka really does do a good job with it. And at the expo, we saw the Myaku Myaku. And this was around Shin Osaka Station, so you'll see these expo manhole covers too. And there you go. This is Dotonbori. Is it a tourist trap? Yeah, that's 85% foreign tourists and 25% Japanese tourists, and like 0 locals. Oh, look at the dango here. That looks good. So there's a lot of different street food. The variety of street food is so much different than when I did an episode on this about 10 years ago or longer. Wait, what is that? The taco's busting out? The octopus is busting out of the takoyaki. Do you see that? I have to be honest with you, I sort of stopped eating the takoyaki because I saw that Netflix documentary on the octopus teacher or something, and that messed up with my head. Maybe I'll eat taco again soon, but I don't know. I think the tacos are pretty smart, but I eat Wagyu and I give them massages, so I'm sure I'll get over it, but I don't eat takoyaki as much. Mess you up. Octopus, I think maybe we overeat the taco, just like maybe we overeat the beef. I don't know. One thing that I learned: never criticize somebody's food, what they're eating. People can eat whatever the heck they want to eat. Never tell somebody they're doing it wrong. See all that? None of the foreign tourists know about this. People walking right by this alley. People walking right by. But we know, right? Because we've been here so many times here. This alley is a historic alley. I don't think that there's a signal here. I'm gonna go through it really fast. But if you go through this alley, it'll show you the history of Dotonbori. It was an entertainment place for kabuki and other sorts of theater. And it's kind of neat to walk through here, but you won't find a lot of tourists who know about this. As you can see, there's not a soul. Well, now there's people following me. I guess they saw me coming here, but. Michael, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now you know. That's like there's thousands and thousands of tourists walking right by that alley. They don't put any signs either. Don't stand and pee here. Only in Osaka. All right, I got to go back to my family. I'm here for that too, but they can share me a little bit. Why is Pumpkin Man 1,000 yen fine? That is not a lot. That's almost, you probably get away with it 9 times out of 10, making it only 100 yen fine, really. But people are typically pretty good. In this area, you're going to find, I think it's Horenji. It's a Moss Man, which is a temple. I wanted to take you there. But the alleys behind Dotonbori, probably more interesting than Dotonbori, the main street here. Oh, here it is. I still know my way around. Oh, you can smell the incense. This is so different than. Sorry, I want to be respectful. To try to hide people's faces if they get so close. I'm just going to show you Moss Man here. There he is. From head to toe, or. So this is a hidden temple right off of Dotonbori. And yeah, you know, it's got a pretty amazing vibe. I love this. You know, I don't love Dotonbori, but I really do like Osaka, and I wish I got more time to spend here. But, all right, I think we're gonna get it after the stream. I don't have it on me, the postcards, but I need 2 more people to join the postcard club, and then I'm gonna come back to Osaka, and I'm going to send the postcard, which is the expo, from Osaka to get the Osaka postmark, which is, you're gonna get an Osaka Expo stamp, Osaka Expo postcard, and a picture of us on the back side a little bit at the Osaka Expo, but you're also gonna get it sent from Osaka. I wanna do this, but I said I got a goal. I need 2 more people to join the postcard club on Patreon. It's patreon.com/onlyinjapan, one word, and postcard club. If you join, I maybe want to join in May if you want to get that postcard. If you join now, you're going to get 2. You'll probably be billed twice. You might get 2, but I don't know. I appreciate it, but I definitely want to hit that goal. A lot of people that were Samurai members upgraded to the postcard club, so we could try to hit that goal, and then I could kind of justify the cost to take a Shinkansen to send the postcards.
Hi, I've seen you on YouTube.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, take care. EK loves the alleys, I agree. It's almost better than the main strip. How many days would you recommend to explore this in Osaka? That's a good question. I think Osaka can be it's a big city, so I think you could probably see a lot in 2 days, maybe 2 nights and 3 days. But you probably, you know what I would do? I'd probably make a trip, it's just a city, right? But there's a lot of nice things in here. 2 nights, 3 days, and then when you come back to Japan again, you can decide whether or not you want to see more. It helps if you have Japanese friends in a place like, some people followed me. It helps if you have a place, it helps if you have Japanese friends that live in Osaka, but it's very easy to make them. I think people in general are a lot friendlier in Osaka than Tokyo because, as I said, most people are from Osaka than they are from Tokyo, and that makes a big difference. Look at between the buildings. That's pretty funny. All right, I gotta get back to my family. I appreciate it, guys. I'm not getting any street food this time. I don't think we hit our goal anyways, but I'll be back here. I think we're gonna get to the postcard club. We're gonna hit our goal, and I'll come here before I go to Guam to send the postcards, maybe from inside the expo, because I think there's a post office where you can get an expo stamp to cancel the stamps, you know, like it says Osaka Expo on it with the Osaka Expo stamp. That'd be pretty sweet. I really want to do that for you guys. So thanks for joining the postcard club. It's all about the details. I'll see you probably back in Tokyo. We're getting back to the Shinkansen and heading back to Tokyo in about an hour or two. But I'm glad that we got a chance to see Dotonbori. It's just really cool. It's like I don't come here that often, but when I do, I gotta do a live stream just to bring you here to show you around.
That's around 5,000 people. So if you look at the ratio, it's not so
I'll go through here a little bit slower maybe, but I won't focus in on the pictures. I'll save that for you to do that.
This is what
But you know, a guided tour of Dotonbori might be a pretty good idea. I wonder if Magical Trip has one of those tours. I can collaborate with them on it. Nobody knows. All the tourists don't know about that little side street. What? What? All right, everybody. Thanks so much. See you in another live stream. Maybe back in Tokyo tomorrow. Mata ne.